Hey Gemini, I hope that everyone's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing an unexpected situation unfolding. It looks to me like somebody that you may have a close relationship with. Something unexpectedly may happen with them where they weren't being completely honest with you, and you may be catching that. It's like whatever agreement you had with this person. Remember, this is a general reading, but we're not going to change the message because this is what's coming through. For example, you have like an agreement, like a commitment, like, hey, we're monogamous, we're not going to be seeing other people, and this is somebody that you feel very, very close with. I'm seeing like one of the closest bonds one could have with another person, and whatever this thing is that you agreed upon, it seems like somebody has not been staying true to that, and you find this out. I don't know how this comes about, but it comes about unexpectedly. So, like, you had thought somebody was committed, and then you realize that they're not. As I said before, remember, these are general readings. Only take what resonates, because we're reading for many, many people here. But yeah, maybe you didn't expect this from this person. It could also catch you off guard, too, because it's a situation where you feel like you really know the person well, and so like this was not really on your radar, and I'm seeing that be part of the reason why this is surprising too, because it seems like this person went like even out of their way to hide this. This is at least the perspective, and that's not working for you, so you leave. Move away from it. It even seems like you could have been like trying to work something out and then deciding, you know what, this really isn't working for me. You may have also made this decision purely based off of your intuition. Some of you too know the signs as well. This could have been something that has already happened to you. It may not be the first time that you experience this. Yeah, I'm seeing there be a moment where you were like, my intuition was right, I was spot on. Recognizing like the power of your feelings. Gaining clarity, gaining insight now. Putting a spotlight on what you were thinking all along. And even why it was necessary to leave. And why it's necessary to end this. For some of you, this feels like that stuff already happened, and you may be in the process of like, I did walk away now, and you're in that space of being like, what was my intuition telling me? Like realizing your intuition was right. Also like gaining clarity. Feeling like something makes sense now, something clicks after this has come to an end. It's that moment where like in retrospect things may be being like clarified, defined, highlighted for you now that there had been a lack of like solid proof or maybe awareness of before. Maybe like some subconscious stuff that's becoming like integrated into the conscious space now. Yeah. Something about like, this is why it ended, this is why it needed to end, this is why it was meant to end. And yeah, maybe somebody did not tell you that before, that was not explained to you, what was going on. Seems like the stress of this ending is still kind of weighing on you. Yeah, I do get the notion of like, after the fact, you receiving information that like solidifies what it was that was going on, or confirms or validates what it was that you were feeling. But I'm seeing it specifically be like after the fact. There's like this turnaround, or there's this coming back, which gives you a sense of like knowing, understanding. But I'm not seeing you necessarily having received that like before things had officially closed out. Seems like there's action now also that needs to be taken, but you may be in a space where that feels kind of difficult. What it looks like to me is that there's so much going on, and there's also so much that you're processing, that it's making it difficult just because of like the stress that you're feeling to function in an efficient way. And maybe you feel like you're not in a space, just because of how affected you are with everything, that like you're not as efficient as you normally are when it comes to like making choices, executing decisions, stuff like that. It's like because something is weighing on you mentally, because you're feeling taxed in that way. Maybe making other things more difficult that maybe wouldn't normally be so difficult for you. There's a decision. It's up to you what you're going to do with this. It's about an opportunity that you're being given. It seems like it's connected with movement for you. So this can mean like moving out of a situation mentally, energetically, possibly even physically, relocating. But it's something that like gets an area of your life out of a sense of stagnancy. You have the opportunity to truly move beyond this experience. to really collect yourself. And move on. Even looking into the possibility of what new things will look like for you, what healing will look like for you moving away from this situation, even getting back in touch with yourself when it comes to like individually your path and your dreams and what you want to move towards. It's like reconnecting with self, reconnecting even with your soul, like getting to know yourself again. This seems like so I'm seeing you start off with the Eight of Cups. It's about actively moving away from something because you're moving towards what you feel will bring more fulfillment into your life. Searching for that. Yet feeling in a way like something going on the emotional front may still be a bit difficult to work through. Like you may find it more difficult to be level-headed right now, to like really hear what your intuition is telling you. Especially because of the emotional ties that you have with this person. Especially because of the like attachment even that you have with them. It seems like this is also connected with so like what's driving you is this desire for a sense of like integration and harmony and unity and feeling connected. And it seems like there's a question about like how you are going to choose to go about this. Are you going to find unity and integration and connectivity with like you and yourself, or are you going to try to mirror this within an outside relationship? Like you may attempt to even substitute. It's like you want this integration, and so there's a possibility that rather than like finding that within yourself, you may be like, okay, I can integrate with this person here because there's this craving of unity. So you may be going about it in a different way. What it looks like to me is that if you make the decision to move on from this situation, there is clarity that you're going to gain. There's more of an understanding. There's a sense of getting closer to what it is that brings you joy genuinely and what you feel connected with, what you feel passionately about, what you feel motivated by. And having the opportunity to like find yourself, to discover yourself more, to heal from this ending, and even move to a space of like openness and curiosity and questioning and like taking in the world. It even seems like something that opens you back up in a way to your experiences and your path. And something as well that could have been happening too is that if you were in a situation where like you were compromising with another person, there may be things that you want as an individual that wouldn't have really been possible if you were like compromising with that person. And now that you may be moving away from something and kind of like moving on your own, there's like a dream or a path or something that you can follow now that's not inhibited by compromising for a connection. Looking at the sun in Aquarius here, I do get the feeling that for some of you, this may not be a relationship. This can just be a situation that you've been in where you feel a lack of fulfillment, and there are reasons that you are sticking around for it other than it pleasing you. And this can be sticking around out of like expectation or obligation, when in your heart you know that you don't feel connected with something, and that may be weighing on you and feeling stressful. And so like your intuition and your emotional experience that you're having is like, hey, pay attention, this is where you're going to find happiness, this is where we're guiding you towards, this is the path to follow. And you gain that clarity and understanding once you break ties with whatever this is that there's a lack of connection with. But deciding to like truly end this and committing to that, it seems like there's also stress, there's also a sense of burden that comes along with that, and needing to make the choice about like what to do with this opportunity, where to go, where to take it. And like, do we make a decision out of like fear, shadow, or avoidance, or any other reason, versus a decision from a grounded space where we also feel empowered by the choice that we're making and feel like this is us showing up for ourselves and caring about our inner unity and inner relationship and wanting to cultivate peace and harmony within our lives and move towards a space of feeling complete with oneself and understanding what that is and what that looks like for you as an individual, to better understand and learn yourself, remember who you are. There may be some type of healing practice that you're learning too, something of interest. I'm seeing this be connected with Aquarian energy, so this can be like any type of healing practice. It can be science, it can be research, innovative, creative, like learning something new, technology related. I'm getting something about communications now. Even just about a dream that you want to pursue, something that you want to go after. It can also be an activity of interest. I'm hearing credentials. If you take this opportunity and get moving, it seems like it's going to, by you taking this opportunity, it looks like it's going to help you get moving out of this. Because it even seems like a cycle or a situation, even energetically, because maybe physically you're not in it anymore, but energetically there's still something stuck here. So it seems like this helps you like move completely out of this, to clear out this cycle by initiating a new one, by taking whatever opportunity this is. Seems like it helps you also get away from an energy that kind of has you lassoed a bit. Yeah, I don't know if this is like actually the person or it's just the experience that's been staying with you, like your impression of the experience. But I'm seeing that like by you taking whatever opportunity this is, or opening this door, or pursuing this like new thing for yourself, it helps you to like get away from this person's energy that is like pulling you down in some sort of way, or even like cultivating feelings within you that you may not want to be cultivating. Like it helps you to disengage ultimately. Again, whether this be like the person physically or just the energetic residue of what it was that you experienced, helps you like completely remove yourself from this, to get out of that space and not get like lured back into it. Because I'm even seeing a quite intricate, confusing way that this person had approached you, the experience that you had. I'm seeing like a hot cold energy, and one that makes you feel like very special and very important sometimes, and then other times is like very cold and like doesn't really give you much. There's a lot of inconsistent energy here. It's like ultimately this person is quite closed off when it comes to like intimacy and vulnerability, but they may have a way of kind of like hooking you back into. So it seems like this helps you to like get out of this cycle, to not like be tempted by the bait anymore, maybe like not give them access to do that, even if it's like allowing your thoughts to go in that direction. It's like protecting yourself psychically, psychologically, energetically. Because it's kind of like I'm seeing an energy where somebody may be like a bit of a bully in a way. I don't know if you would like outright see it like that, but I'm seeing someone that may not always be nice. You may see to kind of have a bit of a chip on their shoulder because of them like very much being in survival mode. And then it's like if that doesn't work, then they may be like very like sweet and charming with you. And it's kind of like this duo that they show up with. It's like you may get this face, you may get that face, but them trying these like different techniques even to pull you back in, but you also like knowing better than that. This is also about integrating the experience that you're having, because like when people show up in these two varying ways, it can lead to us experiencing cognitive dissonance where it's like, well, are they nice or are they mean? Like, which way are they? Do they love me? Do they hate me? And having a very hard time figuring out what that is and figuring out the intentions of this person, because there are these like various degrees and routes that they take to show up to you and interact with you. And there's also guidance here to like not just pay attention to the things that are happening with this person or have happened that you enjoy or that you like. It's about like integrative, immersive perspective. So rather than just picking and choosing like what we're attributing to this person and this experience and this dynamic, it's about taking everything and integrating it and having all of it be true, all your whole experience be the truth, not just the good stuff, not just the bad stuff, all of it. So you're in a space of integration and being on the same page and not negating anything important. what is going to help you, because I'm seeing this be very, very complicated. It's a very complicated, intricate situation. What is going to help you at the end of the day be a deciding factor is you asking yourself, am I satisfied here? Am I fulfilled here? Do I feel connected? Are my needs being met when I check in with myself? Or am I not feeling that way? Do I feel like there's a lack of connection, a lack of intimacy, whatever it is that you're looking for emotionally, energetically, when it comes to your standards, all of that? Is that being met or not? And that's going to give you the answer that you need. I'm seeing the Tower, I'm seeing the High Priestess. Pay attention to your intuition. There's like even a moment of like insight and understanding and like validation that you receive that may feel very I am hearing immersive. It may kind of catch you off guard, because it's like a moment where your story is being recognized, like a moment where you're seeing yourself reflected in like even the explanation. So what helps you sort out whether this person, this relationship resonates with you or not is by integrating your entire experience. And that will tell you what's right for you as far as like a direction for you to be moving in. And one also where you're considering your responsibilities. I'm also hearing the fallout. It seems too like there may be a lot of like fear, concern, or worry about going in the direction that you recognize as being right for you. It's a situation where the right thing may feel very, very difficult. What I'm getting to is that this grants you the opportunity to go towards something that brings a sense of stability into your life, and maybe even taking up a role that brings that and expands and supports your personal independence in a way where you're relying on yourself. It's like venturing out to create what it is that you want. Like rather than leaning on certain energies, it's about like you becoming them for yourself. creating more stability within your life and also self-sufficiency. More grounding, more routine. It seems as well like there's an opportunity for you that like unfolds from this, that comes from this. Seems like a whole course that you are working through. It reminds me of like a school course. It's like this curriculum about like you exploring your emotional experience and energetic connections, and also how to master that, and also what to lean into as well, as far as like decisions and opportunities within your life. I wonder too if some of you as well are on the fence. It's like you had a situation with someone, and in the beginning it could have felt very, very different than how things ended up being with this person, and it could have been like the exact opposite of how you thought that things would turn out. And because of like adjusting to such a big like change of expectation of events and unfolding, you may still be in a space where, because that's still being processed, there's also still confusion about the place that this person does or doesn't have within your life, and like whether or not you should like appease them if they come through towards you. Yeah, for some of you, I'm seeing this person come through. And maybe that's also why this is relevant. I feel like you can be in so many different places along this timeline. What I'm getting is that like somebody may be coming, this person may be coming through like proposing something to you or trying to make you an offer and like pull you back into this situation. And because you may still be having a hard time like reading this person, and because it's like there may still be an intense attraction between the two of you, or whatever it is, draw, it may be difficult to figure out like, hey, what's the right decision for me to be making here for myself? Like, do I want to go down that road with them again? Seems like this is also about considering thinking about your long term and what type of effect this decision is going to have on you and what you're trying to build within your life. and if this is going to distract you from your commitments and the things that you want to create, like also your commitment to yourself, your commitment to the things that you care about, your commitment to the things that matter to you in the life that you want, and finding it within you to really ask yourself honestly, like, what this person brings to the table, the type of connection that I have with them, does that really resonate with me? Not just pieces of it, but the whole thing. If you look at it and judge it as a whole, does that resonate with you? And it's going to help you know what to do here and whether or not to reconnect with this person. Because I am seeing an opportunity. For some of you, this did not happen yet. This person has not come through yet, but they're going to be. I'm looking at Libra, Leo, Aries. I'm seeing you here too, Gemini. I'm also seeing Pisces on the bottom of the deck. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.